sell your XRP at, for example, let's say you will sell it at $4, unless the markets are super, super, super high, the issue is it's kind of in a small way gambling because you're basically saying this is as high as it's gonna go. And that's what people did with Shiba Inu. They sold it and then it went higher, right? And they said, oh, I'll buy it back anyway. But if you understand that its peak, if you truly believe its peak is gonna be $5, then it makes sense to sell. The issue is, what if it gets higher? Because nobody can predict the crypto markets. So I think 90% of people actually buy and hold. Some people make extra money, but it's just extra money for them on top. So here's, I just buy and hold, continue to work hard and make a living, but waiting for XRP to make a move. I think that's the safest, because if you try to wait for a perfect price and it doesn't happen, you could very potentially lose your money as well. So you got to understand that. You got to be prepared. If you cash out all your XRP and try to take profits, just be prepared that you might just see XRP go to like $5, $10 overnight. You got to keep checking the charts every single week or every single month. So it basically becomes a secondary job to check that. So what I do personally is I just hold my XRP, and not financial advice, but unless you know when the market is gonna pump, I would expect people to do the same. So I just buy and hold, continue to work hard. I think that's the best strategy, because yeah, you can make an extra 10%, like 20%, 30%, but also no. There's been plenty of people that sold their XRP at $1 and are still saying, oh, it's gonna crash back to $1. It doesn't seem like it. Nothing shows like it will. So most people don't sell, but those who do sell, they probably sell in millions of dollars to make it worth it, or they sell 100,000. I only sell in times indeed whenever I need money, but I could try to obtain more XRP when I want. It basically becomes like a secondary job if you do that. So let that just sink in, because you got to check the charts, you got to check my channel to see what's going on, and the live streams to see the markets, to see the patterns.
And global M2. The more they print, the more Bitcoiners they create, says River. And you can see in a crypto bull market and not driven by global M2 supply growth yet. But we know the positive correlation between the M2 money supply as well as BTC, and pretty much Bitcoin is following the trajectory of the M2 supply. If we're looking across the board right now, we're starting to see, once again, coins are picking up traction. We are seeing...
Yeah, so that's what I like to see. You can actually see that the biggest gainers here, so let's try to find XRP, are like, so look at how crypto changed. It's not meme coins anymore. It's going for all these algorithm AI coins that have been developing. So the year of development is coming. So it used to be that meme coins would grow the most in 2021, right? But now in 2025, it's actually the HBAR, Mint, Algo, XLM, IOTA. So what do these all tell me in common? Is that coins who have utility like XRP are growing. It's very clear. I worry, what if some other business comes up to compete with Ripple and XRP never comes back up with losses? It feels like gambling. The issue is, how many companies do you know that work with the US government in crypto? So if there's a competitor to XRP, it's going to cost them probably $100 million. It's going to cost them 10 years of development. Like XRP has been here since 2013. How much of this space is it going to take? Because this is like going to be very competitive. If you literally have to work with US government, XRP being the first, how many of these companies can really compete with XRP? And that's exactly what I'm saying for XRP. There is zero competition right now. And we might see competition in 10 years, but Ripple is always going to be the #1 coin. That's why I'm bullish on it, because look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is always going to be the #1 crypto. Why? Because it was the first. It's not the best. There's obviously better utility out there. It's really outdated. But institutions still buy it. Why? Because like if you go to, for example, the oldest pizza restaurant, it's going to hold this legacy. And it's always going to be the first just in that way, that XRP will not drop, in my opinion. It could drop in price. It could. It very much could, even though it's not showing now. But when you realize that XRP has been working with the government now for this big update, it's definitely showing to me that XRP is just getting started.
HBAR up, XLM, Algorand, IOTA, even XRP. If you're looking at the price of XRP, $2.81.
Wow, that is just, I love the green in my eyes. Like, we have been waiting that for years.
As we're recording this update, going.
Competition would be also the core of the business. If there's no competition, then there will be no progress. Like, I'm pretty sure if XRP survived the $500 million lawsuit and 4 bear markets, how's competition gonna stop it? You know what I mean? Like, there's literally nothing that can stop XRP from growing from that point. We all should encourage crypto as a whole to be competitive as well as grow together. Yeah, literally utility, XRP has been building for 10 years and now it's paying off. You're seeing these effects paying off now. There's people holding XRP for 8 years.
Into Sunday morning. So it's midnight here right now in North America, but we are going into Sunday morning at $2.81 as we're recording this update. Also up 1.2% in Bitcoin comparative. Now, if you're looking at the market cap, $166 billion. Since our last update, you're looking at about a $5 to $6 billion increase in the valuation with the
$5 to $6 billion is actually just the start. Monday, July 14th. So huge for XRP. I think there's a big crypto hearing then. So these cryptic tweets are, so basically people follow them, right?